Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Shining Empathy. My name is Joel, and this is your weekly reading for November 28th to December 4th. Can you believe it's December already? Time is flying. I can't even believe it. So, keeping with the last few weeks, I am going to do my Angel Wings of Freedom spread, and I'm going to be using another angel deck. I'm actually going to use the Kyle Gray deck. I believe I've used this one many times before when I was previously using his 3-card spread for pretty much the entire time I've been doing my weekly readings. But I think they'll actually go really nicely with this spread, so I'm going to try them out here. And without further ado, I think we can just get right into it. So, let me just shuffle the cards up here. All right, we're ready. I'm going to pan the camera down, give you your bird's eye view of the reading table, and let's get into it. So, very first card, just as a reminder, I'll keep going through the spread, the place positions and what they mean. First place, this is our challenge for body this week. And challenge for body this week is to take a step back. That is quite, it can be quite literal in terms of like just literally take a step back from everything that you're kind of doing or thinking about. Maybe you're really hyper-focused on something right now body-wise and you just really need to like take a step back and get a better perspective on things. So, I mean, when it comes to body, we can just be so wrapped up over things we want to change, things we're not happy about. Maybe there are things that need changing that we're maybe not looking at, that we're ignorant to. Whatever the case may be, it is time this week to take a step back and look at what's not, as it says here, what's not serving you any longer, and yeah, just see it from a different perspective. All right? So, that being our challenge, let's see what our solution or strength is in that challenge. Spiritual support. So essentially, this is just letting you know that whatever it is you're going through body-wise this week, physical ailments or what have you, I mean, that's something actually I should probably have mentioned here, is that with take a step back, like especially with, it's that time of year when everybody's getting sick right now. If you're sick, take the time you need to heal. Like, don't force yourself to go to work. First of all, you're not doing anyone else a favor by taking your illness into your work, okay? You might think you're being all heroic and like showing your boss, hey, look at me, I'm still coming into work and I'm sick, blah, blah, but I'm still gonna work. Yeah, you know what? That's all you, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, that's all you. You need to take that time, take a step back and heal and rest. There's a reason why we get sick, and it's because our bodies are telling us it needs rest. We're going too hard. We're going too much. So do that for yourself. Secondly, in terms of body this week, whatever it is we're going through, we have the support we need. This card is very much about spiritual support, but I see that being in the body line here, I'm actually seeing physical support. I'm seeing that like more like spiritual support through physical people. Like people around us who, maybe we don't ask them for the support very often, but if we're laying in bed sick and we need someone to go out and get us something to eat, as far as like a can of soup or something, maybe that's just what we need to do this week. But it is good to remind yourself that while we're going through this, we have the support around us we need from all sides, okay? We're surrounded with love and support. Now, as far as mind goes, let's see what our challenge is. Peaceful warrior. I feel like last week it was something like inner peace that came up in this place. So it sounds like we're in a very similar place. We are having trouble finding that inner peace, that calm state of mind. We're very much in a bit of turmoil up in our heads right now. Let's see what we can do what our strengths are, what our solution is for that challenge. Count your blessings. That's actually absolutely perfect for this. This is related but sort of not. Whenever I would have trouble getting to sleep, I found out through actually going to therapy that one of the reasons we can't sleep when we're thinking about the day ahead and what we need to do, things we need to figure out, we're activating the problem-solving part of our brains, essentially all the frontal lobe activity. When the frontal lobes are active, it essentially, or being stimulated, I should say, it essentially doesn't allow the brain to produce melatonin. It literally doesn't let the brain and the body and the mind sleep. So if you're laying in bed thinking about all the things that are wrong in your life, or you're stressing about something, or you're trying to problem solve things from work or things going on in your life, you're literally just keeping yourself awake at night. In terms of how I would get to sleep with that, I would literally do this, count my blessings. I would literally go through the things in my life that I don't need fixing. They're just perfect the way they are. And so I would just go through and be like, yep, that's something that doesn't need any fixing. It's perfect the way it is. Yep, there's that. And I'd start making a list. I wouldn't get very far in that list, and I'd be probably conked out pretty quick, or at least in a place where like, okay, no, I'm ready. I'm actually ready to sleep now. It deactivates that frontal lobe and just allows the brain and the body to just finally like, okay, I can sleep. Now, the reason I bring that up is because similar to, pretty much the same thing, just day, we're just simply dealing with the day-to-day stress, I think, here, that inner turmoil happening here. So in order to literally get those frontal lobes to rest, your problem-solving center, go over the things in your life that you're thankful for, that don't need fixing, that don't require problem-solving, that are just great the way they are. I think I've talked about this in recent, I think it was one of my Instagram posts recently, show appreciation. And it's sort of tied into a bit of acceptance too, because if you can't see anything in your life that you would consider a blessing, everyone has blessings in their life, everybody. Even right down to just your presence in this world is a blessing. Regardless of what suffering we may be enduring, our presence is a blessing. So we at least have that. But if you can't see the blessings in your life, it's because you're not willing to accept things as they are. So, if you can't find any blessings in your life, think about that. Maybe you're just not accepting things just the way they are, and that if things aren't okay, that's okay. Can you accept that? But just count the blessings in your life, go over the things that you appreciate just as they are, and that should help you find more of that inner peace in your mind state this week, okay? Let's move on to spirit. Interesting. Balance this week for spirit. Apparently there's something spiritually out of balance with us. I don't really know what to say about that, except that we're just going to be having trouble finding balance. Maybe I'm kind of getting that it's more to do with people feeling like they're off their path right now. Maybe like they felt like they were really on their path, their spiritual path, and like they had their purpose, but now they've sort of lost their way a little bit, or feel like they've lost their way. Let's see what is in our strength for that this week. Move your body. Again, absolutely perfect. Even though this is something very physical, I'm going to use yoga as an example. You could say dancing, a lot of other physical activities, going for a walk in nature. But there are so many things that we do with our bodies that connect us to our spirit and balance us in spirit. I should say balance us in body, mind, and spirit. Yoga is a perfect example for me because it is a moving spiritual practice. I would define yoga as literally a physical spiritual practice. It brings my spiritual practice into the physical. So that's just one example. But think of the ways that you personally can move your body to just help, get yourself out of your head, and just kind of rebalance yourself, reground. Whether that's dancing, going to the gym, yoga, just going for a walk, whatever it may be. Move your body this week, and that should help restore some balance to your spiritual struggles this week that you may be having. Okay? Now, let's have a look at what our message of the week is. It's direct from the spirit realm. Earth Angel. This, I believe, is a reminder of what your purpose is here, that we all have our unique ways that we are helping this world right now. I was just talking to somebody recently about how, especially as an empath, I went through this period in my life where, because I felt so much and I was feeling so much other people's stuff, it felt like I was feeling the whole pain of the world at once sometimes. And it was just so overwhelming and so intense that it just felt like somebody has to do something about this. It's just terrible. And it kind of felt like it was my personal responsibility to fix it, because it didn't feel like anyone else would or could feel what I was feeling. That's obviously not the case, but it feels that way, right? And we somehow make it our responsibility to just by ourselves fix the planet and fix what's going on here in the world sometimes. But we know now, I think, intellectually and collectively, that we can't do that. We can aid on an individual basis quite a bit. We can offer a lot as an individual, but it's the collective efforts of everyone here that's really going to bring things together and move things forward. What the spirit realm is wanting to remind you of this week is that you are not off your game. Just being here, you are aiding and giving your energy and vibration to this world. And it's kind of like, you think of angels in terms of how they are the support system for us and for the planet, for this universe in a way. We are earth angels. We are here to bring something to this world, to raise vibration, to heal, to support, to comfort. We are here for those reasons, and in however we do it, we are uniquely, each of us, finding our own way to do that, and we are being reminded that no matter what, we are still fulfilling that purpose, okay? We are the Earth Angels. We are here to support our brothers and sisters here as humans, the animal kingdom, and the planet itself. We are here for that reason. So they just want to remind you of that, okay? Very cool reading this week. I actually love this deck with this reading. I may have to continue reading with this deck and this spread for a while, because that was pretty flawless in my opinion. I'm going to pan back up here. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And until next time, everyone, love and light to you all. Have a good week. Bye for now.